Hi guys, it's me, XOXO Michael, and what you guys don't know is this is the 4th time I've recorded this intro. But it's fine. Technical difficulties and wardrobe malfunctions. So, before I get into anything, you should totally like, comment, and subscribe to see more videos. I've got a list of them growing. Some depressing, some really funny like this one. But, so, before I get into today's story time, which is going to be a good one, if you can't tell by the title, I've made a life decision. One that involves me and all of my followers. And I've decided what I'm going to call you. Which, now that I think about it, there's one of my favorite YouTubers, Glam and Glore, who does like makeup and like SFX. She calls her followers zombies. And I'm going to call you my nub babes. And they're similar, but they're not. Because I've got one hand, my nub's very sentimental and sincere to me. And it's taught me a lot. And you'll see a video about that. But I'm hoping I learned a lot from you guys too. So, my nub babes is what I'm going to call you guys. So, hi nub babes. It's me, XOXO Michael. And, okay, so let's get started with today's video. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about all the college parties I went to as a freshman in college at Northland College. How many times am I going to say college in this video? Keep track. So, I never went to parties in high school. I was kind of a good kid. Like, I did some dumb stuff, but like, I never went partying. I never really drank. I never did anything. I was a good kid. And then I got to college, and that really kind of changed. I was like, I had always said I was going to party when I went to school, but not too much. I was always going to put school first, which, good piece of advice, you should always put your education first. I didn't listen to that piece of advice personally, which was kind of stupid of me, but it's fine. What can you do? The past is the past. You can either learn from it or get depressed from it. Well, let's start with, we need a little backstory. So, my first college party at Northland was called the Fregger, which I guess they do it every year for incoming freshmen. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, and like everyone always talks about it. It's like the worst party to go to, but everyone should go to the Fregger at least once. It's like one of those to just check off your Northland bucket list. Well, we went. Me and my roommate, well, she wasn't my roommate at the time. Me and my best friend Brianna, who I met on my XOXO trip, which was a waste of money, but like I made some of my best friends and we decided to go. Which was the first party I had went to. I decided to dress all cute and everything, because you hear these things like, it's fun, go, it's an experience, you're not going to want to go next year, but it's an experience for your freshman year. That's why it's called Fregger, freshman kegger. So we decided to go. I walk over cross campus to Brianna and Mackenzie's dorm building. Shout out to my sisters. And so we get ready to go. We go back to McMillan, which is where I lived for the first half of the year, more than half. And we get ready to go. And, like, we're talking to some of the RAs and everything, and they're like, just be safe, it's a bad party. And giving us some advice, like, if the cops show up, follow the hippies with the keg. Follow them. They know what they're doing. Okay. Great piece of advice. And so we're going, and it was BYOB. No, BYOC. Bring your own cup. First time I've ever heard of that. Just saying. And as we're walking there, we're all told, like, we're sent the location of where it is, but it's completely, none of us understood where it was. Ugh, my neck. So we all tried to find it, and then we figured out it's behind our football stadium. Out of everywhere you could have a party behind the football stadium, what the, okay, whatever. So we start walking towards there, and there are some of the hockey boys in front of us that are freshmen, drinking beers already. They're already 21, so it really doesn't matter. But, like, then you see us following up, like, our cups in our pockets, like, kind of hiding. And Michelle, Poppy, and some of the other campus security were there, and they're like, we know what you're doing, just be safe. Don't make us have to fill out reports. It's not fun. It's your first party. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. So they're kind of reassuring us, like, nothing's going to happen unless they have to do something physically. Well, that was nice to know, so I wasn't too scared. But before I went, my mom always made me promise her that I wouldn't go partying. Well, I told her I would, but I'd be safe about it. Well, for my first party, I was too scared to tell my mom flat out, so I texted my mother. I'm like, Haley, I'm going to a party, but don't tell mom. Promise you won't tell mom. And he promises me that he wasn't going to tell her mom. And then it kind of like, I got this gut feeling that I was doing something wrong, even though I'm 18 at this point. I'm a college student. I live 8.5 hours away from home. I can do really what I want. Well, I text my mom. I'm like, hey mom, I gotta tell you something, don't be mad at me. She goes, what? I'm like, I'm going to a party. She's like, okay. Like, I can stop you, you're 8.5 hours away. I'm like, I know, but I'm scared you're gonna yell at me. Well, she's like, okay, whatever, just text me when you get home. It's pretty simple. Thanks, mom. Like, thanks for letting me go have fun. Some of you might say, well, that was like, why did you text her? You're 8.5 hours away, you're an adult. I don't know, I've always just kind of, my mom always raised me to be, you can tell us, like, I'm not going to be mad at you if you do something stupid, just tell me so I can help you through the process of the consequences that come with your decisions. Well, so we go, find this clump of people, walk back with them. To get to this party, guys, you have to cross a log. So there's like water, like a water, and a log. So here's the water, my nub. There's the water. Here's the tree, which is my actual hand. The tree. You have to cross it. Cross it. Why did you choose there for a party when there's no way to get over it through other than a log? Which, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, thank the Lord, hopefully the cops don't come, because my ass can't run across that. Thankfully they didn't. Spoiler alert. They didn't come. But, so we're sitting there, having fun. The only thing they had to drink was beer. I'm not a beer drinker. Like, some people are like, well, it's because you're gay. Well, no, it's not, 'cause some gay people drink beer. I'm not one of them. I don't like the taste. I haven't found a beer yet I like. Leave some suggestions down below if you really want to. But I have not personally found a beer I like. So I really drank only a little. Like, I drank a cup because I had a cup. I'm like, I'm not going to waste it. So I drank it. And it was gross. It tasted like warm pee. And it was gross. Never again will I drink a keg of beer. And I got my cup after I saw people doing keg stands, which isn't sanitary either, guys. Don't do that. So that party was kind of boring. Like, nothing really came of it. So there was an after party to a party. So me and Brianna and Mackenzie and them all decided to go. And it's at this one house. Which, keep in mind, Northland doesn't have frats or sororities. We have themed houses. And this house has many names. The hippie house, the purple light house, 50. I think 503 is a whole other house. Never visited it. So, actually, I don't know. Besides the point. We decided to go. This house, we get there. Keep in mind, it's pretty freaking weird. As soon as you get to this party, there are lights. Purple lights, so that's where the nickname, the Purple Lighthouse, came up with my friend group. And a bunch of shoes at the front door. They made us take our shoes off to go in their house. So we do it, like, not to part. I'm like, if my socks get ruined, I'm gonna be mad. So I just bought these brand new socks that are bright yellow, because my favorite color is yellow, and they have donuts on them. I love donuts. Almost as much as I love the color yellow. I'm like, if my socks get ruined, I'm gonna be so mad, guys. I'm gonna be so mad. So I go, and the first thing I have to do, well, when we first walk in, we see Rowan, which was my OO leader, which was kind of weird. I'm like, dang, why am I seeing Rowan at a party? Keep in mind, she is this college student, too, like, so it was pretty cool. She gave us a hug and everything, but I had to find a bathroom. There was a line of people to go pee. So I just kind of held it, and then the line, like, disappeared completely. So I went. This bathroom's disgusting, guys. It was gross. Almost as disgusting as the rest of the house. It was gross. Like, there's food everywhere. I'm like, this is gross. The weeds, like, the smoke from marijuana was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Like, it was gross. And then, like, the majority of the party took place in this place's basement. Like, not even, like, upstairs in the house. In the basement. Like, what the hell? And, like, you see people there, like, all smoking weed and everything. And I was like, this is weird. Like, what the hell? So I'm, like, kind of looking around. And then I see Roan again. And she's drinking. And I'm like, and she asked if I want some. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Her and Sarah, which was another O leader, but not for my trip. So we called her Sister Sarah. And so I was drinking with them. I had a cup of, I think, it wasn't a full cup. It was like this much rum, I'm pretty sure. I remember the bottle had an octopus on it, I think. And oh my god, it burnt like a B word going down. So I didn't drink anymore. But I had to pee again. So keep track of how many times I say pee in this video or I had to go pee. I'd like to know. Leave it below. So I go to the bathroom, still disgusting, but there was a line this time. And these two girls in front of me, like, I started talking to them and everything, and they kept letting people cut. Like, dude, if someone has to pee behind you, don't let people cut in front of you. That's just rude. Like, obviously I have to pee just as much as you, if not more. And I told them, I'm getting blustered about the fact I had to pee in this story. And I was like, if you guys keep letting people cut, I'm going to whip it out and pee on you guys. They let me go in front of them. It was fine. And then that party was pretty boring. The only thing that kind of came out of that party is I met, well, Friday night movie night, and let's call him, I don't know what we're going to call him. I'll think about it a little longer. So, like, Brianna has severe asthma, and she's kind of my party buddy, so, like, obviously I was going to leave if she was going to leave. And so she's like, I'm going to go downstairs and tell people we're leaving. Because if I would have went down there personally, I probably would have stayed and drank. Thankfully, she went and we left. And while I'm outside putting my shoes back on, and my socks were ruined, still ruined to today. Ooh, my pimple. Besides the point. Still ruined to today. And so she goes, I'm outside. We're going to call this kid Clark. I put my shoes on, and then this cute kid that I'd seen around campus, he lived in my building, super sweet, really cute, like I said, Clark. He asked me to open this bottle for him. Bitch, you got 2 hands and I have 1. Like, I'm all for the challenge. Like, I've lived my whole life with this challenge. But can't you do it yourself? So I do it anyways, and he's like, will you try it? To him, like, okay, well, I opened it, so I trust it, so I try it. It's pretty good. Then I gave it to him, and then we were talking, and he was on this skateboard, and I'm talking super fast. Oh my god. And he's on this skateboard, just, like, rolling. I'm like, what are you doing? And then Brianna shows up, she puts her shoes on, we leave. He's like, bye, and I'm like, bye, dude, get home safe. Like, he had my Snapchat, I'm like, Snapchat me if you need anything, type of thing. He didn't Snapchat me, sadly. So we get back on campus, and we go to Brianna's dorm room so she can change and get a cup of noodles is what I think she grabbed. And that's when we started Friday night movie night tradition, which it didn't last as long as we thought it would because I worked on Friday nights and parties usually were Fridays. And we watched the movie. It was fun. That's kind of the end of the Fregger story. It was the worst party I think I had ever gone to. Like, not fun. Terrible music, terrible booze. It smelled, it was just, no, not fun. So then I think the second, we're not going to put these in order. I'll tell you the first party I went to and the last, because I remember those two. I don't remember how the others fell in line. But, so the next party I'm going to tell you guys about was called, I'm going to call it the Dairy Queen party, because that's where most of the funniness happens in the story. So we go. This party's kind of weird. Like, none of me or my friends played hockey. Like, we all knew about the party because I talked to a lot of people because where I worked, everyone came in, so everyone got to know me. I got to know them. It was fun. So we go. They tell me about this party. So we're gonna go, and Gail knows. So we go. Me, Gail, Brianna, and Mackenzie. We all decide to go. And Kiana was with us, I believe. I don't remember. But as soon as we walk in, people looked at us, and Kiana goes, oh my god, I could paint our nails. Something along the lines of that. And a girl starts, like, giving us, like, the look, And I was like, oh my god, we're gonna die, guys. Like, we're gonna die. I can't die today. Nah. So, that happened. But then this really cute hockey player came up and introduced himself. He, like, shook our hands and everything. And he was like, and then he put his left hand out to shake mine. His right hand out to shake mine. Regardless, he switched his hand so he could shake my actual hand, which was super sweet. He put his left hand out instead of his right for me, which was super sweet. He was super cute. Don't know his name, don't remember his face. But then, like, the whole majority of that party took place in the basement, which was sketchy. Like, it smelled weird, but, like, it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it. I'd probably go back to another hockey house party. Like, it was a blast. So, I'm drinking, and we had left some of our drinks in Gail's trunk, so I had went out to go get more. And so I went to go get more, and one of the girls said, alcohol's not good for you. I'm like, as you're drinking, that's kind of hypocritical. And I went and got more. We came down back in the basement and started drinking some more. Ottawa. So, we get back, have some more fun, and then I look at Brianna. And everyone had told us, like, you need to have, like, at parties like that, like, in parties in general, guys, if you're going to college or in college, I don't care how big you are, how small you are, gender, I don't care. You need to have a +1 with you constantly. Like, your side buddy to do everything with you. P, get a drink. Always go with someone. Well, and I looked at Brianna, I'm like, hey. And she knew exactly what I was going to say, because I kind of pee a lot in general, but that's not even including the whole alcohol content in my blood already. And I was like, hey, sister, will you go pee with me? So she does. And I didn't want her to stand outside of the bathroom, because, like, I had heard stuff like, and, like, my mom had always told me, like, if you're going to parties with girls, like, be safe with them. And so I made her stand in the shower while I was going pee. And she found this wooden spoon in the shower. I'm like, what? And she's like, why would there be a wooden spoon? Which, I don't know. Like, still to this day, why is there a wooden spoon in that shower, guys? Like, if any of you know a reason, down below, tell me, please. So, I still to this day don't know why there was the spoon in the shower. But we go, I wash my hands, we leave. Not even 20 minutes later, I had drank some more, I played some beer pong. So bad at it. Don't ask me to be on your team for beer pong. I'm so bad at it. So we go back up and Brianna looks at me. Down, I'm playing beer pong, she looks at me, she grabs my arm, she goes, I have to pee. I'm like, oh, me too, let's go. So she goes, I went pee first while she was in the shower, so then she walks out. After I wash my hands, she goes out. And there was this guy, guys. I'm not joking. I might be over-exaggerating a little bit, but he gave me, like, the rape me eyes. And, yeah, I'm 6'2½", almost 300 pounds. I'm a big guy. And that still scared me. So I, like, Brianna, let me in. There's a guy out here and he's scaring me. She let me in, and I found the spoon. And I was like, so I have this friend named Mackenzie. You'll probably hear me call her different things throughout my videos. Mac Daddy is one of them. And she has a butt like Aunt Fanny from Robots. Like the robot that like hits everything. And like she'll testify to this. Like, if you watch this video, Mackenzie, tell them. Like, I'm not joking. None of us are joking when we say she has an Aunt Fanny booty. She's the booty peach. Well, I was like, I want to hit Mackenzie's butt with this spoon. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still getting uncomfortable. Ooh, that's better. So I was like, I'm gonna hit Mackenzie's butt with this spoon. Brianna goes, no, you're not. Don't touch it. You don't know what's on that. You don't know why that's in the shower. Honestly, it's like a house full of guys. Why is a wooden spoon in the shower? Why? Why some more? And why the hell is it in the shower, guys? That's kind of gross. So we go back downstairs and we're drinking some more. And through the night, one of our friends decides to leave, so we go out with her. And I kind of fall asleep on a sign. A Dairy Queen sign. Not one of my proudest moments. Nothing came of it. Like, a cop tried to wake me up, I think. I don't remember that night very well. most of which Brianna tells me about. Like, if I don't remember the nights, I'll ask if I have videos and stuff, but, like, Brianna will tell me. And so, yeah, I was like, I'm sorry. So I said I was on the phone with my grandma, but my phone was backwards, so, like, my ear was to, like, the back of my phone at that point, and so we just, like, I walked back in, and I slid down the wall, like, and slotched on the ground, and I was so tired and drunk at that point, guys, that it was not a good day at all. I was like, oh my god, I am so drunk. And then this cute guy, I think he was cute, I don't really remember much, brings out a golf club and asks us if we want to break a TV. I said no, because I was comfy laying on the wall. Gail says, heck yeah. So she goes outside with this kid and starts beating a TV with a golf club. It was weird. In that same, like, time area, I don't really remember, but I remember Gail asking me for a lighter, so we could light these propane tanks on fire. Which, if you know what propane is, like, it goes kaboof. But the hockey house is on, like, the main road, like, one of the biggest roads in Ashland that literally leads to everything. I don't think it's called Main Street. It might be Main Street. Regardless, there's Dairy Queen, the hockey house, a gas station. The gas station had huge propane tanks in the back. Gail wanted to light on fire. Thankfully she didn't, because we'd all be dead and I wouldn't be telling you this story. And then Gail throws the golf club at Mackenzie. Mackenzie gets mad. So she throws all of us in the car, me in the backseat with Brianna, and I'm crying. Gail's crying. We just want spaghetti. And I know there's a video somewhere. Before my drag name was cited as Brenda, it was Mimi Latree. And I'm sitting in the backseat, like, passing out, talking to Brianna, and Gail's crying. And she goes, who's here? And Mackenzie tells her, Michael, Brianna, Mackenzie, and Gail. And I'm like, I'm not Michael, I'm Mimi Latree. Brianna tells me, and, like, Gail starts crying hysterically. Like, I don't know who that is. Why are you in my car? Yeah. So we get back. After crying for spaghetti, I remember Brianna saying she'd make spaghetti for dinner the next day. She did, so it was fine. Yeah. So spaghetti was made. It was lovely. And nothing else really happened that night. In the same process, there's, like, 2 more parties that kind of go, none of which I really remember that much about, so I'm going to kind of lump them into, like, the Frances parties, because she's a big aspect in both of these parties. So I'm going to start with, the mall party, Mall Frances party, and then the lacrosse Frances party. So we go to the mall one day, because Ashland literally has a Walmart, and that's about it. And all my friends wanted to go to the mall, so we all went to the mall. They all got new kid outfits. We went to Texas Roadhouse for lunch. I don't know what we technically ate, either lunch or dinner, regardless. It was good. It wasn't, like, but it was pretty good for what it was. We get back, we get dressed to go to this party. Frances yells from the top of her lungs. The building I used to live on was on 3 floors, so, like, the ground floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor. So, like, 3 floors. 1, 2, 3. All boys, all girls, both genders on the 1st floor. I lived on the 1st floor. I was walking in on, like, this side. Frances was all the way on the 3rd floor on the opposite side, and she was yelling for me while I was on the phone with her. That could be a different party. That's a different party. That's the 2nd party. So let's just go back to the 2nd one, since I've already started this one. And Frances yelled. No, that is the right party. That is the right party. See, guys, I'm told the story how many times? 4. And I'm confusing them now. So this is Mall Frances party. Yelling for me. Already drunk. Her boyfriend at the time, nowhere to be found. So she forces us to let her go. I wasn't going to stop her. Like, it's not my place. Like, if you think you can go, you can go. Like, I'm not going to be your mom. So we leave. And, yeah. She decided, she had Malibu and pineapple juice. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but, like, it wasn't the worst. And yeah, they decided to play Ding Dong Ditch, and Gail got pretty messed up. I got pretty messed up. Clark was there. He fell asleep at the party. How one falls asleep at a party, I don't understand. But it was fun. Like, towards the end of the bottle, Frances already left. Mackenzie was sitting, like, cross-legged, swirling her Malibu and pineapple just like it was right in, like a wine-drinking mom. I made fun of her for it. I still do. Yeah, I don't remember going pee at that party. Yeah, I didn't really remember much from that party. It was very uneventful. So is the next one, so I'm just really gonna skip it. Like, all I remember is this creepy bathroom. Frances goes missing, guys. That's a whole nother story in all reality, but I'm not gonna make a video for it. And yeah, like, it was a really big bathroom, but it was in the basement of this place. And I had to go pee like 3 times while we were there. And Clark was there making out with 6 different girls. I'm like, that's not attractive, but you still are. But stop being a hoe. But if you want to be a hoe, that's fine. I'm not going to judge you. So we leave. Movie night again. That was one of the last parties, like big parties. The biggest party I really went to this year was called second or biggest. It was my favorite party. It was the Halloween party. We all dressed up. Me and my roommate were Cosmo and Wanda. We were so cute. While we were getting ready, I had to pee. Obviously, I pee so much. And Michelle Poppy, one of my favorite campus security people, was there. And she goes, "Is that a couple's costume?" And at the point, it was just me and Brianna ready and our pumpkin Poof. So it was a family costume. I'm like, no, it's a family costume. So I made Brianna come out, and I was holding Poof. And I'm like, it's a family costume. See, Michelle, don't we look cute? She said we looked cute and everything. Then we left. We were pre-gaming. Why a pre-game for a party? I don't quite understand. But I was pretty drunk already. I was taking shots with my mom on the phone because it was her Halloween party, and it was nice. Like I told you guys, I call my mom before I go to every party when I get home. Usually when I get home, though, Brianna texts her for me because I'm usually delusional. Well, yeah, so we go, I get pretty messed up. Pause. So while at the Halloween party, I got pretty messed up, honestly. I was pretty messed up before we left. I was pre-gaming on the phone with my mom, like I said, and it was pretty cool, but it was pretty rough. Like, I still, like I said, don't understand why you pre-game for a party. It's probably meant so you don't get so drunk at the actual party, but that doesn't correlate in my brain. So I'm sitting there, and at this party, we walk in, and there were some people. One of my close friends, I don't know why I keep calling her Olivia. Amelia, Queen Amelia, you know who you are, I love you, girl, was basically naked. I remember that like it happened yesterday, and she was having people sign her with Sharpies. So I signed huge. Michael. Like, thankfully I could still write my name. And it was cute. And then another guy named Peter was there dressed up, and I signed him too. And then, like, there were 2 girls dressed up as boxes of wine. And of course I had to drink some wine. I am a classy gay male, like, swirling my wine. But besides the point. So I'm drinking this wine. It's pretty good. I keep stopping there. I go like, so she'll keep like pumping the wine in my mouth, which is super unsanitary, which you really shouldn't do, but it's fine. It's college. What can I say else? It's college. So, what have you. And so I'm pretty drunk. People kept telling us we have the best costumes, so they gave us like Jello shots that were like all tequila, like all vodka, and it was not a good day. I ate a whole one, that was, and then Brianna licked hers, and she was like, so I ate like half of it, and then one of our friends ate it. And at that point, there was a girl dancing on the table that I remember like very vividly. She was in a really pretty red dress, and I was like, yeah, girl, like cheering her on, and her boyfriend's like, shut up, stop it. And I'm like kind of scared she's gonna fall, but at that point, I had misplaced my pumpkin Poof, which was everyone's really trial run for Michael that night. Like, maybe he can be responsible while he's drunk and keep an eye on something. Wasn't very good at it. But it's fine. Poof got back to my room and safe. Mac Daddy was there. She was dressed as a witch. She looked pretty cute. And so, like, I'm drinking, and my friend Maya was there. She was supposed to be Timmy Turner. She didn't show up as Timmy Turner, so it's fine. Like, what can you do? Boo-hoo. And we were messing around, like, drinking together. If I can find the video, I'll insert it, of us just yelling about how drunk we are. And it was pretty messed. I was sorry, Mom, that you will ever have to hear about this. And we were messing around, and I had to pee. Like I said, I pee so much. Another check to the pee count board. So I went to the bathroom, washed my hands, walk out, and Maya's like messing around with me. And then I go play around in the bathroom and like fall into the shower. Thankfully it wasn't on. Like, oh my god. Thank the Lord. My green hair would have been running down my head. Oh. And like, I don't remember much from that party other than the way home. I remember someone coming in yelling, "The cops are coming." Which I remember in my drunk mind, there was someone dressed up as a cop, so it didn't bother me. I'm like, he's already here and he's cute, so like, come at me. Try me. Blah. But my roommate Brianna goes, "Michael, we need to leave." So we leave. Sad day. And my ass tries to fight her to go back to the party. She's like, "No, Michael." Thankfully, she says no. I'd probably end up in a jail cell. Or in a body bag if it wasn't for her. And so my ass is like kind of frolicking and running around, and this is pretty hilarious, but it hurt. I'm like, I can fly, and I sprained my ankle, and it like blew up to like the size of a balloon. I know I have a video of that, but I'm not gonna insert that because no. So like, it's a rough day. So my roommate was on one arm, and my friend Cheyenne was on the other arm, and they're like, "Carrie." I'm a big boy, guys. I cannot stress that enough. And these girls, like, carried me back to campus. Thank the Lord for them. And once we're back at campus, Brianna washed my hair for me, and then she washed her own hair. But I fell asleep. Like, in the bathroom, there was a bench right next to the heater, so it was nice and warm, and I fell asleep. I was out like a light. And, and then she, like, helped me get back to my bed, and then I was out. Like, I Snapchatted my mom. She texted my mom, and then I Snapchatted my best friend, Lady. I was like, "I'm so drunk, Lady, and I love you." Which, I feel like she got a lot, yeah, because I went out so much. Well, I think I went out a lot. I don't think it doesn't matter. And then, yeah, I woke up, my ankle was blown up the size of a balloon. Still, it was all purpley bluey, really pretty. And then I woke up that Sunday, and there was another party. It was called Queeb. Queeb's a whole nother story. If I ever go to Queeb next year if I go to Queeb, I'll fill you guys in. So I didn't go. I stayed in my bed. And then I really couldn't walk to class the next following days because of my ankle the size of a ball. And one teacher, I'll tell you guys about her in another video. Another story time. Yeah, so then I go home with Thanksgiving break. I get it air casted, x-rayed. There's only like a hairline. I don't know what they said. And yeah, so I go back, nothing happened. I didn't really go out the rest of the semester because I knew my grades were critical. Which, my ass was naive, like, I can do it both. I can party and get good grades. Which, you can, but I partied as my #1 priority instead of schooling, which is not how it should have been, especially with the amount of I was paying to go to school. And that was the end of first semester. I didn't party I partied a lot. Honestly, I partied a lot. But I got my stuff done. Not to the best quality it should have been, but I got it done. And second semester, I was really sat on making Dean's List instead of partying so much. But I still partied. Don't get me wrong, I am Michael. I love to have fun just as much as you and you. Like, everyone likes to have fun. And as a freshman in college, I was like, it's my first time at college. I'm gonna have fun. Everyone does dumb shit their freshman year of college. Let no one tell you differently. Like, if you go away, even if you don't go away from home for your first year of college, you do dumb shit. Everyone does. It's kind of like a celebratory thing. Oh, I'm a freshman, let's do some dumb shit. So I did. Lots of it. And second semester, I really pushed harder for school. But there was this one event, and second semester I was really set on transferring schools. Which is a story time that I will fill you guys in later. But there was this big thing at Northland College. We have Snowfest, which, it being in the very tip of Wisconsin, basically Canada, right on the border of Lake Superior, that we have Snowfest instead of a homecoming game because we don't have football. So we do Snowfest. And it's like a bunch of events, and like the winning 3 teams get a large sum of money to plan a party. Money goes to marijuana, alcohol, and everything. I might regret making this video if I ever get employed, god dang. And I got pretty messed up at that party, but like, I still made Dean's List. Like, I drank so much at that party. Like, I made friends with this girl named Michale who was there for an outdoor education retreat type thing, because our school's really big on outdoor education. And I got drunk with her. I really wanted someone to call Ellen for me. Thankfully, no one called Ellen. But they had this punch that I saw, and I was like, I had to go to the bathroom. Obviously, I pee so much as it is. And one of my friends was drinking, and I'm like, where'd you get that? They're like, it's in the kitchen. They spiked the punch. I'm not going to tell you what they spiked the punch with, but the punch was spiked. And it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I tried to eat popcorn, and I got back to my room. After I saw this kid, one of the kids I go to school with, and I got mad at him, I guess, for not saying hi to me when I didn't say hi to him. He said it to me, I just didn't reply. It's whatever. It's whatever. And so, we go back, and I've never really thrown up after a party, but I smelt got me. I'm not going to give you the details, but thankfully I had a bucket, and I apologize, Chloe. I still feel bad. And yeah. So that's my college partying experience. I'll give you a whole nother storyline on my evil teacher at college, all of that if you guys want to tell me below. And let's end with the quote of the day like I started in my last video. And it's, drink, drink, and drink some more. Drink until you regret it when you remember it no more. So, I just made that up because it's okay to drink and drink and drink. But when you don't remember it, you're gonna regret it. So think of it as like, drink, drink, drink some more, regret it. You'll regret it when you don't remember. Like, honestly, most of these stories I'm telling you, like the Halloween party and I got all that information from Brianna because I didn't remember it, which kind of sucks because, like, I would have loved to known that firsthand. Like, that would have been funny. Like, maybe I said some stuff that's questionable, like, and I don't remember it. But that's also, like, a good segue into be safe when you're doing it. Like, always have that buddy. Always know how you're going to get home. Never get in a car drinking. Or even if you're not driving, if someone you know has been drinking, don't let them in a car. Take their keys. Be an advocate for them, because people die because of that, guys, and I would hate for any of you guys or anyone I know to end up like that. That's not how you want to go. You don't want to go because you made a bad decision. That's not how anyone wants to go. So, on that note, stay awesome, stay safe, stay beautiful, change the world one smile at a time, and I love you guys. XOXO, Michael.